What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how I edit in Lightroom, and I've got 9 photos I've chosen for this specific video, and a few of them are pretty tough. I have not edited these whatsoever. I've also, I've already edited some of these from Wollongong. I took photos in Wollongong on Sunday, I believe, and it was pretty good, but I got burnt in the process, so it was definitely worth it. And yeah, I'll be going through all these 9 photos and showing you how I edit stuff like that. I don't use any presets, by the way. I don't really use my own presets. I literally just go about how I just go about using by the edit tool. And sometimes if it's like sometimes I'll use masking. Sometimes I usually do crop if the horizon is on level, stuff like that. Anyways, let's get into it. So for this one, this is a tough one. This is a tough one actually, because the pool here is not really the pool here that I took a photo of when I first arrived in Wollongong. This was the first thing I actually saw. If I can remember. Anyways, the pool is probably a lot different because actually it's pretty different anyway. So we'll try and get rid of that color. So if we scroll down towards the color of that, see if that does anything. Yep, it does do something. Okay, that fixes most of the photo. So yeah, that pool is now actually, you know, somewhat colorful. Well, it's not colorful, but it's somewhat normal in terms of, because I was using an ND filter. ND filters are also helpful because in this day I've lived in this day, I was using the ND filter for the whole entire time because it was quite bright, and yeah, it was quite bright. Alright, so exposure for this one, I reckon like that. Give it a little bit bright. Contrast, not too much, because there's trees and stuff here. Because that's the main thing. I'm trying to show you the pool, stuff like that, the ocean. I noticed that there is a little bit of the sun here that's shining, so just down the highlights a little bit. I like to use shadows. I don't know why. That's just me with using a lot of contrast and darkness. How is that? That is decent enough. We'll just down the whites a little bit. I've noticed that it's not level, so I'll definitely be doing that. Give it a little bit more brightness as well. I'm just gonna fix the horizon a little bit. Yep, okay. I've noticed that a few of the things down here are a bit distracting. Okay. No, that's not good. Okay. We won't mind the cropping. Just go. We'll just save it like that at the moment. We'll go back to the cropping later on. So the point curve I really like to use in terms of like editing wise. I usually like to use it, and sometimes I'll change it if I don't like what the point curve does, then I'll go back up here and change it, and then I'll go back into the point curve. And so yeah, that's the histogram. If everyone doesn't know the histogram, haven't really studied the histogram a lot, but it can show up your camera, and the right side is darkness and the left side's brightness. So this side here is left, that side is darkness. So if I go down here, the multi-photo is gonna be dark. I'm just giving you a little point if you don't know what a histogram is. It's yeah. Alrighty. Okay, this yellow is sort of distracting, but I think I shot this in a very... Oh, actually, that is distracting here. Here we go. Okay, I need to crop actually. I actually do need to crop a little bit because that is distracting. Because there was a pole still there. Because I can't actually see. There we go. That should definitely do it, and we'll go back down. And yeah, that's actually. We'll go back to the cropping anyway, but I'm just trying to, because that pole in the left side here was there, and that was a very distracting thing in terms of like that. Okay, we'll give the water a little bit of the shining. So I just noticed that there is a little bit of very brightness over here. Color. That. Don't do that. Anyways, I'll give it a little bit of blue. Okay, green is definitely, okay, it's gonna be normal. I'm trying to give this a little bit of a... I think that's the best I can do. Let me just... Okay. Yep. Alright, we'll do that. Environment's up. This will be a long video in terms of editing wise, because these are 9 photos I've not edited. These are raw photos. Always shoot in RAW, don't shoot in JPEG, otherwise your photo is just gonna be compressed and bad quality. In terms of exporting, I do export in JPEG. Yeah, but just don't shoot in JPEG in terms of shooting with your camera. Alrighty. I don't really use any of these. I used to use them a lot when I was starting, but now I don't. I don't really touch them unless I use the vintage edge, which makes it more dramatic, which, to be honest, it actually looks decent. I don't really see the difference, but sometimes if you're using portraits and people, then yes. I always use optics in terms of like making the photo straight enough. I don't know. Someone taught me in TAFE, so yeah. If just let me know if that actually does anything in terms of like, I know it makes the photo not warped. I don't think masking wise, I should make the sky a little bit. So we just select the sky. Okay, it actually does get it, but like, I mean, don't know. It's gotten a little bit of that, but I'll just do that. I won't really do that much at the moment. I'll make it a little bit blue. I'll make it a little bit blue, sorry. I have my mouth, or my hand in my mouth, I don't know why, but anyways. Okay, that actually looks pretty decent in terms of, I just don't really want to touch the, I don't really want to make it the sky a lot more different in terms of the color. I'll try and fix this pull thing here, because that's annoying me. So go back. Yellow, I think the yellow is a little bit distracting, so we'll make the yellow not so bright. In terms of that, make saturation a little bit down. Okay, that actually looks, that's probably the best I can do in terms of that. The mid, I don't really, I have already done a Lightroom video before, so yeah, just check that out before you watch this, I suppose. Anyways, that video, this one is done, so we'll move on to the next one. Okay, when I took this, I actually really like this, because I like how it's really, I'm very bad at explaining photos, so you can make fun of me in the comments, go for it. I like how the tree is literally right there. When I took this, I saw that this could be, you know, an opportunity to make this part here very, you know, the main point of the photo in terms of that, because it's very clear in terms of that. Let's have a look at what we can do for this. In terms, I think, yeah, again, the pool was there, so we can't really do much about that. In terms of that, I would really like to touch the sky. Let's see what the sky does. It still does. Okay. Ugh. Alright, does that really make a difference? Fucking, okay, that's when it's bright, okay. We probably want to touch the exposure on that. We just make it a little bit. Yep, give the whites a little bit like that. Turn the blackness, we'll do that. We'll make the. I mean, this guy's already blue, so there's like, we don't really want to touch on that. Purple. Is that really? We'll give a little bit of purple actually. Just try to make this as realistic as I can. Actually, no, purple wasn't even in the actual thing, so get rid. Okay, cool. Alrighty. In terms of that, I probably just do the highlights. I wouldn't really touch these at all. Alrighty. Cropping. No. In terms of cropping, when I try to export onto Instagram, I usually use a 4x5. In terms of that, so always use a 4x5 if you're gonna go on Instagram and post, because I've had trouble with that when I previously did that. So thank you to all the photographers who are on YouTube. Anyways, alrighty. Actually, the water doesn't really look that great, but yet again, it's alrighty. We'll give a less contrast. I know, right? Less contrast. Oh boy. I like that. I like to have contrast in terms of my photos, especially in black and white. I know that one of my friends has said that, why do you keep doing black and white photos? I'm like, black and white photos are pretty cool in terms of what the photo is. If it's like of people, where they're like, trying to do a brand deal, clothing, in terms of clothing and stuff like that, or like making like a photo, black and white is always great, and especially in terms of surfing photos with black and white's pretty good actually. All right, moving on. Let's stop talking about that. Let's talk about this. Okay, so we've touched a little bit on the point curve. I don't really touch these color things. I don't really touch the colors. Sometimes I will, sometimes I do. I know I watched a video on them. I'm not really a big fan of them. So if you are a big fan of them, I apologize. Anyways, we'll give a little bit blue. Don't really want to trust purple. Vibrance 10. I always go Vibrance 10 or Saturated 7. I don't really see a difference in terms, only if these bushes here are green and stuff like that. That is probably the most annoying part. That is here, but it's not. It's a small minor. It's a small minor. If people say it's annoying, that's okay. I honestly it's fine. If that's gonna ruin my photo, if that's the reason why they won't buy it, then I'll definitely be getting rid of that, because yeah. Anyways, color grading. Let's test this out. Actually, I actually want to test this out and see. Okay, so if I do, okay, I'm learning. So I'm still learning about color grading. So I just want to try this out. So just bear with me. Bear with me. Don't want to do too much. Okay, you can actually reset the highlights. Blending and balance, I don't really touch them. Yet again, texture. Oh, let's see what I suppose with that. No, I wouldn't use it actually. There's no actual main point of the photo, so there's that too. It's just really nice in terms of what I've actually shot at. What did I actually shoot at? I think I shot at a the 18. It was 18 to 55 millimeter, and I was using a low aperture, but not really low. But in terms of that, I'm surprised the aperture really got some of this in focus. My wording's terrible today. Alrighty, I suppose that photo is done. Is this straight? Let's have a look. Is this actually? Oh, it's actually not straight. A little bit, and boom, there's a complete beautiful photo. Alrighty. Oh, it actually, okay. So so I've got like a thing where once they're edited, they go into the edited photos folder, I actually don't know how I did that, but I did this years ago, so bear with me, bear with me. Alright, this one is okay. Alright. There's a hair in the screen, sorry about that. Actually, I can't even see it, the screen. Yeah, no, okay, don't, shut up. Anyways. No, this one, the water is a bit weird. It's blue here, but then it goes green. In terms of that, the photo, it's decent, it's pretty grainy, so I do need to clean my camera. I probably should do that. Alrighty. Give a little exposure, contrast, a little bit, and try and darken this as well because it's a bit bright. We will fix the color grading actually. Sorry, but it's quite windy, so that's why you can probably hear the background. Alrighty, in terms of cropping, is it straight? Yeah, it's pretty straight. Okay, color grading. We'll go down to the colors in terms of that. The green should go away. Luminance. Okay. If anyone can teach me how to do the color things, then let me know, because I'm still learning about it. So if you actually have like an actual brain of coloring, then yes, I would gladly pay you to, you know, edit some of the photos in terms of coloring. Alrighty, let's go back to the point curve. Anyways, let's give that. I don't like how dark it is actually. Alright. Oh, what's happened there? There we go. There. Give a little bit of darkness. Bring back up. Yeah, bring it back up. Just bring it back a little bit. I think the white. Oh no, the white should be down actually a little bit. I'll just bring the whites down because I've noticed that they're all a bit bright over here. Okay. Alrighty. Midtones, shadows. Let's have a look for what it can do. Okay, not all the way down. Shadows. That's alright. Yep, that's alright. I hope you cannot hear my computer, it's making a loud noise. Alrighty. The cut will. Here's the next one, okay. This one is a bit dark because my ND filter. Because it was like. It was probably about 10. Probably about 10:30 a.m. This time. Jeez, it is quite windy out there. Alrighty, okay, this is not, just stay focused, alrighty. Alright. Bring it up. Contrast, yuck, okay. The sky looks pretty good actually, in terms of that. I probably will bring the, masking for this one, because this one is it looks a bit foggy. Yep, masks, let's go. Okay, so we just expose. That makes it a lot better now. There we go, that looks okay. Let's give it a little bit of blue, and a little bit of purple. No, that looks unrealistic. Just like that. Alrighty, that's pretty decent. Alright, let's go back to the point curve. Alright. And we'll just like that. The water seems okay, so that's good. It's quite good. I like that. Jesus, my voice. Alrighty. So I think this one is done. I will be cropping them probably off camera and seeing what I can do with them, because I've already shown you pretty much what I do in terms of cropping wise. I just try and line up the horizon. So that's one thing in terms of when I was beginning, my photos are always like this, and I was like, oh, okay. I never touch cropped because I always thought that cropping photos are always bad in terms of trying to line them up and making sure that, you know, people don't have to go like this. That hurts my neck actually. Never mind. And then yeah, and half my photos are just pretty crap in terms of lining them up and with the horizon if I'm taking photos of near the water, which I like to do. And anything here that just shows the photo anyway. So this photo seems alright. In terms of that, I like it. I'll probably be getting this on a frame. Maybe. Who knows? Ooh. Okay. This one's a bit dark. Alrighty, so the focus here is basically here. I do like the lineup in terms of like the photo here, where it's got like mainly like the plants here are like trying to show, you know, the main thing. See, again, I'm not very good at telling, which I'll try and improve throughout my YouTube career. Anyways, let's get on to it. Exposure, probably go here. Probably go to 67 plus 67. I don't really go like that. Actually, no, that's. Well, I've done a mistake, and it actually kind of worked. I will probably darken this a little bit in terms of contrast. Contrast plus 20. No, I'm joking. Don't. I mean, all right. Well, in terms of that, always. If your photo's dark, then yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's just bloody. Just expose it all the way. No, I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. Otherwise, you're gonna go like this. You go like that, and it's. I mean, no, it's not that good. I'm joking. It's not that good. Just bring it back a little bit, like that. In terms of the whites, I will probably down them a little bit. Let's see. Okay, Jesus, that is quite blinding. Okay, there's a little bit of grain actually. Sorry, I went off camera there, but alright, we are back. I just had to go back into another thing. Anyways, okay, there we go. Alright, let's go back into this one. Alright, point curve. Probably will darken it a little bit. I always like to play the point curve. It's always fun. It's a good addition to use in terms of for me, because then I can just go, okay, maybe I can adjust. Always adjust. And always try to make your photo as much as realistic. Realistic? Yeah, realistic. As real. Let's just go with that. Fuck. Alrighty. Saturation. That doesn't look too bad. The sand is a bit orange, so we're just gonna make it, you know, back to its actual normal thing. Anyways, that is done. Let's go back. All right, we are back. Just took me a while. I'll probably go grab that. Anyways, this one's interesting because it's got a lot of green, and there's a boat. Okay, this photo is actually, it's not very focused. I thought it was, but we'll do it anyway. We'll do it because, you know, it looked great. And always double checked if it's actually in focus. I did not, but Anyways, it looks focused. Somewhat, alrighty. Exposure, darken a little bit. I don't know why I like to darken my photos, as I said again. So, the main point here is the sky. The sky. Try and do that. I won't do too much with this one, because this one hasn't really got that much editing to really do in terms to make it good. So I'll brighten it up, darken it a little bit in terms of the point curve, and there we go. In terms of that, histogram has gone absolutely nuts. Anyways, saturation 10, and that's vibrance, I mean. And there we go. In terms of the greens, I don't really mind the greens. Oh, there's a little bit of the yellow there. Why is that there? Is that gone? Okay, I can see that there's a little bit of that, but in terms of that, this photo looks okay. I probably won't post it. It just doesn't really look. It's just there's not really anything to really show you in terms of like, oh yeah, sick waves, good color, good sky, but there's just the main half the photos grass. We'll take it. We'll take this one. Anyways, let's get this. That's not lined up. I'm a fool. There we go. That's also not lined up. Always trying to practice your cropping skills. Alrighty. Alrighty. Exposure. Brighten it up a little bit. Contrast. Try to make it a little bit dramatic in terms of the aim is. Well, okay. In terms of the aim, it's the water. So try and point it up. We'll probably select the sky and make it. Actually, we'll have a look and just see what I can do with it in terms of point curve. Try and make it a little bit dramatic. This photo is not really that great, but we'll do it. We'll try and get a chance to make them look actually decent in terms of what I would edit them, in terms of how I would edit them. So, yeah. Alrighty. Play the temp. Give it a little bit of that. That's pretty ugly, actually. I don't like that. I don't like that yellow. Yellow's a weird color. Yellow is a bit of a weird color. Except if you're Homer Simpson, then yeah, yellow is just your skin. Anyways, that photo, there's not really much I can do there. In terms of that, I'll probably. What if I down the exposure? Not the best I've shown. This one, okay, this one's got a bit more. And yet again, where is probably the focus on is towards the people, anyways. So this one is not even lined up. I'm a fool. I don't even think it was windy that day, so I don't know what happened, man. Anyways, brighten up. Give the contrast there. Give the highlights. The whites don't really need to be too much. Shadows. Bring it up. Blacks. Give it. I don't really want these type of photos to be really dark and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna try and give the water as much color as I can. I'll give it as much a realistic color. It looks way too green, so we'll get rid of the green. Sorry, I'm just really quiet. I'm just trying to focus a moment with this. I don't know. I don't really know. All right, color grade. Okay, color. Let's see what the color. Let's see if the color grading can actually save us. I hope. I hope it does. If it doesn't, then this photo is just not gonna get posted. Let me know in the comments if you want if you want these posted or not. Yeah. Alright, optics I always go towards and just do that. We'll give a little bit of vintage. Vintage. Shut up. Alright, anyways. That one is. I'll give that another. I'll give that a 5. Alright. This one, yes. So the main point I actually went was because I wanted to go around Wollongong. My first time actually going there, I actually met this dude who was he's a Nikon user, and he was telling me that like he's got like this, I think it was like 3mm lens or some shit, and he was taking photos of the moon and stuff like that, like all lined up. He showed me, it was quite mad. I don't have the actual photo for it, so I can't, you just have to agree that this actually happened. Anyways, moving on. This photo is not lined up. That's not lined up. What am I doing? My cropping's bad today. That's lined up. Okay. Alrighty. Brightening up. Contrast a little bit, because it's already a bit dark enough in terms of the rocks. And that is beautifully cleared. 18 to 55mm is a beautiful lens, so get that. Get it now. Alright, I'm not going to tell you to get it 18 to 55, you can get whatever you want. We'll make this photo as colourful as we can, because we love colours. Yeah. Definitely. Alright. Exposure a little bit up. Okay, nope. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. See how if I move the exposure, the histogram moves that way because it's dark. So you can, and then it goes that way, and it's all the way there. I'm just trying to show you what the point curve can actually help you with, in terms of like additioning with exposure, stuff like that. So there's another lesson. To be honest, if I was me, I would actually just go like this. I would actually just try and get the middle of it. There. But we're not going to do that today. So, as original. I will probably do that. If you guys want me to do, what I would actually do in terms of cropping, then yeah, I'll let you know. I would have probably done that, but today I'm just gonna do like the full photo. So this is the last photo, I believe. So yeah, this is the last photo. Alrighty. We'll do the best possible that we can. Saturate it. It looked a bit too blue, so we'll just down it a little bit. Alrighty. That's a blown off, is it? Nah, it's alright. The last photo. Let's see. I would think, you know what, that's actually, I would probably give that like an 8, in my opinion. So, okay, there's the original, there's the edited part. I probably should have done that with every single photo, but that's okay. Alright, that will probably be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you actually learned so many terms of how I edit and compared to your style of editing. Please let me know if you do use presets or not. If you do, then that's totally up to you. If you do the exact same thing that I do, you just go through. It takes about With 9 photos, it takes about half an hour to 20 minutes. If you get like a whole bunch of photos, then yes, go with presets. And yeah, alrighty. I'll see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe as well. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.